Hi everyone. One more video today. So, this is just a really quick video. I'm Lorina Quigley. I'm a psychic medium. I do energy healing work. I also teach and do mentorships, spiritual mentorship. Anyway, several things today. It's eclipse season. How you doing with all that? It's a crazy time period. I mean, it's rough. It's crazy. That's all I'm going to say. But I want to do a quick video about, I heard there was a pretty famous medium talking about being afraid of spirits and people asking her about being afraid of spirits and is she afraid of them? And I really, I had to consider that because I have seen spirits and it doesn't scare me to see spirits. In fact, I love it when I see spirits. I think it's really awesome. In fact, I love it when it's really obvious that they're showing up. It's like, yay! Oh, somebody just walked by. Or, wow, okay, I see there's a spirit right over there hanging out and they're giving information. It's actually one of my favorite things. But I do like being able to do that. It's very exciting for me and I like connecting with the spirit world. And I've not had any experiences, I'm trying to think, this is true. I have not had any experiences where I'm really afraid of spirits. I've had experiences where I'm afraid of humans. I think we all have. But spirits, I did have one experience where I saw a dark spirit. It was in my room. It was in my bedroom. I was sleeping. It was on top of me. And I saw this thing run through the wall. It ran through the wall. And instead of being afraid, oh, I was pissed. I was pissed. I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to say what I said. I was swearing at it, and it's like, you have to get the bleep out of here because you do not belong here. And you are forbidden from coming into my home. And I had no clue what I was doing. I wasn't doing spiritual work at that time. I got out some white sage and I burned it on some charcoal. And I called in everyone I knew to call in, even though I was not familiar with doing this kind of work. I did work with a group of Native Americans because I have some really clear past life of being Native American. I am connected to that lifetime and some of the spirits from that lifetime. So I asked them, and I was very aware of that, and have been for a long time. But I didn't think of myself as being a medium or doing spiritual work. Called them in, and I asked them for help, and I asked for protection. And I also called in Jesus, Mother Mary, God, everyone I could think of, to clear this space and to keep it safe and clear from anything, any kind of negative spirits that might come in to be bothersome. I was mad. It just pissed me off. It's like, no, you cannot mess with me. And it left. It ran away. Because I saw it, I think it's because I saw it and I knew. I knew I saw it. It ran through the wall. My eyes are open, and I saw it ran through the wall. And it knew that I saw it. And anyway, it was gone. That is the only experience that I've had where I was afraid of spirits. Now, I was in a haunted house once that was really haunted. Now, that freaked me out, but this is way before. This is my early 20s, way before I did any of this kind of stuff. I was very psychic. I've been very psychic my whole life. But I had no knowledge or understanding of how to deal with any of this stuff. So that what freaked me out. But there was a lot of weird stuff that happened in that house. There was poltergeist, there was like stuff flying through the air, electricity going on and off by itself, doors opening up by itself. That was a really strange house. There was definitely some stuff in that house, but I think, oh no, one more time. But we were doing a circle. Again, this is my early 20s. We're doing basically a seance. I had never done anything like that before. One of the women in this, it was at this woman's apartment. She had this big heavy table. We touched hands and we called in spirits. Now, I had no clue what I was doing, zero. So I was just, oh, my door just closed. But that's the wind. Anyway, I had no clue what I was doing. We called in spirits. She, my friend, one of my friends, this was her friend, and her mother did this kind of stuff. So I just was there for the ride. It's like, okay, sure. Anyway, it was very interesting because the table was jumping up and down all by itself, and this was a really, really heavy, big, round table. And it was a little freaky, but basically what was happening is table tipping. And I've done table tipping, like where the table's moving, like all the way across the room, all by itself. It's a pretty wild experience. Now this, when I was in my early 20s back in Utah, that was a little freaky, and we were all seeing different things, and that did scare me. But I didn't see any spirits, and I think while that was happening, I just kept praying, like, please protect us, kind of thing. Yeah. Anyway, but at this point in my life, if I see spirits, I used to say, oh, go away, I don't know who you are. Yeah, now you just have to go. I don't know who you are. And they would go. And now, if I see spirits, unless they feel really dark or weird or evil, I just say, hey, what are you doing here and who are you? So I am more inquisitive and more open to talking to them. Anyway, what do you guys think about this? Are you afraid of seeing spirits? I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, that's all. Have a great day, everybody. Bye for now.